Hello friends, welcome back. Welcome back to TimeLeaf web series, and in today's video we'll talk about URL parameters. Like we'll see how to pass parameter through the URL or within the application URL. So there are chances when we need to pass some particular value within the URL so that we can process that particular value in our application code. So that we'll cover in this video. Right. So that being said, let's begin the video. So here you can see that I have started my IDE and I'm going to work on the same project which we created in a couple of videos back, TimeLeaf. So let me just run this application. I'll show you what do we have as of now in this application. So wait for this application to come up. Okay, it's starting. Okay, now you can see the application has started on port number 8080. So I'll simply go to the browser and I'll type TimeLeaf localhost 8080 and this is the application context of my application. So here you see we have our application up and running, and in the last video we discussed about the how to use navigation reference tag in TimeLeaf so that we can navigate within the application or outside of the application. So if I click on profile, you will see that here is our application profile page. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just to go back. Now what I'm going to do is we'll pass some parameter. On click of profile, I just want to pass some parameter and I want to receive those values. I want to display those particular values on the profile page. That we'll see in this video. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll simply go to the IDE, back to the IDE, and okay, we'll first make change to the UI. Okay, here is index.html. What I'm going to do is here I'll pass some parameters. So just have a look at the syntax because that is what matters in the end. So here how do we click or how do we navigate our application or our user to one page to the another screen? So what I'm going to do is I'll write slash, say for example I want to pass, this is the profile, right? So I'll pass name, username here, and I'll give value as okay Java. This is the value I want to pass. Okay, and so this part is here, it's easy, right? This is how do you navigate to the user, like from one screen to another, and this is how do we pass the value. So what I'm doing here is I'm passing a parameter called name and the value is okay Java. Now I have to make some changes in my controller class. Here it is. So what I'm going to do is I just want to receive this value here, parameter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to make some changes here. So in Spring Boot we have something called request param. Here it is. So this is the attribute, you can say, or annotation to capture the value, to receive the value, to fetch the value from the URL. Now here I need to pass two parameters. One is value. So values I have to give the name of the particular parameter, and here I'll call it as required false. It's not always true, may or may not be there. If the value is there, required false means if the value is there, accept it. If it is not there, please proceed. And I'll call it as URL parameter. Okay, so this particular variable will have my value. Let me just sys out here. There is no need to sys out because we'll simply go and display. Let me do it sys out here. Sys out. Okay, and URL parameter. So this is the value that will be receiving from the URL, and I want this value to be displayed on the screen. So what I'm going to do is, let me just put a comma here, enter, and as you guys know that we need to make use of model if you want to deal with the UI in a Spring. Okay, model, and I'll set model parameter here as model dot set attribute, add attribute. Here I'll give name as name and the value is URL param. Okay, so we are good here. What we are doing is we are using @request param annotation to fetch the value from the URL, from the request URL, and I'm setting this value into the model attribute so that we can display this value on the screen on the profile page. Now here also we need to make some changes. We need to like where this value will be displayed. So what I'm going to do is I'll make use of another tag called h2, and I'll use in TimeLeaf we have th:\text to display the value, to accept, like if you want to render the value on the screen, this is how do we do it. This is the tag that we want to display, or I'll simply call it here as like URL param. So don't worry about the data which I mentioned here. It will be overwritten with the value th colon with the value of this particular variable name. Let me just make sure the name is correct. Yeah, here we have used name and here we are displaying name. Perfect. So what I will do is I simply restart the application. Okay, let me restart the application. Refresh. Okay, done. If I click on profile, what I want to is I want to see the parameter that I have passed. So I want to see OK Java that you can see here. Let me go through the code one more time. If you see here in the index.html where we have the link, here we have passed a property, a variable name, tag, the value, the parameter name is name and the value is OK Java, and in the controller we are receiving this value here and we are putting into value here on this screen. OK Java. I hope it's clear. Now let's do and make one more change. What I want is, if you guys have observed here, we're just passing one parameter, but there may be scenarios where I want to pass multiple parameters, right? So in this case, we just used string value. Now I want to pass, say for example, ID and like numeric value. I want to call it 101, whatever it is, or let me just call it 0202. Let me call it, doesn't matter whatever it is, but I'll call it as 3103. I want to pass this value from like as a URL parameter and I want this value to be displayed on the screen. So again, we'll just go to the index controller, we'll make one more change. So if you see here, I'll hit enter and I'll use one more request param, Again, I'll give the value name to this variable is ID, and again I'll use required equals to false. It's a good practice, and this time I'm getting as integer value. I'm receiving integer. If you want to sys out, you can do that here as well. So it's gonna be quick. Let me just do it. ID sys out is not always required, but in case if you really want to do that, you can do that for your practice, but it is not always required. ID, and I'm setting the ID here in the model attribute, right? Now we have to display. So what I will do is I'll simply repeat this particular h2 tag here, and I'll replace the variable name as called, because this time we are using ID. So I'll simply call it a URL parameter ID. ID. Okay. Again, I have to start the application. So let me do it. I'll make it very quick. Spring Boot app. Okay, I again go back to the applications. Let me open a new tab this time. Localhost, Thymeleaf. Now you see I'm going to click on profile. So what I'm expecting here is I just want these two values like name and ID to be displayed on my profile page. So you see here I can see the value OK Java, that is we have supplied from the URL, and here is my numeric value 3103 getting displayed on my page. So this is how it works, man. So the only thing which you need to keep in mind is the syntax, the format, the way we pass the values. You can even pass multiple values that we have seen here, right? And again in your controller you have to make use of @request param. Now it depends on a requirement. If you want to display that particular value onto the next screen, you have to set the model attribute, and if you do not want to display, just get rid of these model attributes, and here because you will have your value here in these variables, you can do your processing here, right? So it depends on a requirement. I hope I'm making some sense here. So that's it for this video, guys. Please do subscribe my channel, and just let me know in case of any issues. Please do let me know in the comment section. I'll try my best to respond as soon as possible. Thank you.